I love AJ Allen, and
Oh,
I don't
sweet feet, love him.
I don't like the disrespect. Like, he's always like last to be mentioned. If you really look at his film, when he touched the ball at Miami, maybe he couldn't block. Okay, I'll give him that. But the ball in his hands, he is electric. He's strong.
Love
He's
him.
fast. He can break it. Like, to me, he was the first or second best running back on the team. Mark Fletcher is great. I get it. But after that, I don't know why they didn't give him the rock more. I heard rumors it was blocking issues. Is that what you heard too?
With you. Yeah, I think he struggled a bit in pass pro, which I think hurt the younger guy Chris Johnson a little bit too. You can see when they did give Chris Johnson some spot work, they did try to give him some more pass pro just to work on it and improve himself. And obviously that is important. I like AJ Allen because AJ Allen falls forward. AJ Allen is a tough runner, and when guys are that tough, you tend to think, well, no speed, right? Well, then he breaks one, and you go, oh, so he's got that too.
Yeah.
When Wisconsin, you look at running backs that have that Wisconsin mold. To me, that's AJ Allen. He's a guy that can pound the rock in between the tackles for 20 times a game if you need be, or he can break one, shake a guy, then run a safety over, and then hit the sideline and go. He's shifty, and we saw him leap over a man full speed.
Yes. Oh, that was beautiful.
Not miss stride, hit the ground running, and scored. I think the running back room is absolutely stacked. And for me, I'm a little worried about a guy like AJ Allen because I'd love to see him get touches. I just think he's just an offensive weapon. I want to see them throw him the ball a couple times too. I'm with you. I made a whole video of his highlights because I felt the same way. He's criminally underrated.
You're worried about him leaving, you're saying? Or what are you worried
about? I'm worried about him leaving because if he don't get enough touches, he'll play his 4 games, and I think he'll just pull himself out and transfer.
Yeah.
Because then you think about what's already coming in behind him. We brought in 2 in last year's class. They like to bring in 2 in every class. And
Jordan Lyle is supposed to be like
Jordan Lyle he's an absolute monster, this young man. And then in the 2025 class, Gerard Pringle is already committed, and they're looking to add a second. I'd love us to sign Byron Lewis from American Heritage, another fantastic big running back. But then you have the question, right? We go back to the earlier conversation. How much rock for who? Somebody's going to be the odd man out. And I'm just a big fan of a back that in the fourth quarter I can punish a defense with. And AJ Allen is that kind of guy. We don't have that with Chaney, and you don't want to put that many hits on Fletcher while he's still young. So to me, a guy like AJ Allen is just valuable.
Man, look, being a coach now sucks.
Dude.
I'm glad that the players have more power. I'm very glad for that. Because and you think back, again, I hate to always go back to the best team ever in the history of college football, but the running back situation of that team, we would never have kept Gore or he'd have been gone in 2 seconds. But
at one point, it was Najee, Portis, Gore, McGahee.
Yeah. And so you see why Saban left. I get it. But he didn't even want to do that. He liked being having them as a prisoner. He was like, I like when I get you and you can't go anywhere. And he's like, I gotta quit because I'm getting old. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, sure. But
what it is these kids don't want to sit anymore.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay, so before we let you go, Chalupa Batman, one of our topics is, and we're gonna start with you and then we're gonna sign off with you. But the one player that you're looking forward to, I'll give you mine, for example, before I go into it. The one player that's just gone through so much that you think is going to shine this year, and you're proud that they stuck with it. I'll give you my example. It's X, because Miami fans dogged this dude for 2 years, crapped all over him. And all he did was produce every single week. And then if he dropped one ball, all the fans on the boards would jump on him, and they were all saying, put this guy ahead of him. He can't break anything. He's not a game changer, but he kept grinding. And then when Jakuri became quarterback, he became the number 1 target. Now Cam came in, and Cam says this dude is it. I'm so proud of, I guess I just explained it, but I'm so proud of X. Do you have that one person on your team, on this team, that you're happy for, that they endured a lot, and now you think they're going to come through this year? And maybe they haven't broke yet, but they will.
For me, it's Elijah Arroyo, the tight end.
Yes.
Because we knew of the ability when we recruited him, right? Then he has the injury, a little setback with the injury, and last year, all we keep hearing is, why aren't the tight ends involved? Why aren't the tight ends involved? And then you could look at the roster and look at the production and say, oh, thank God he didn't leave, right? Because he could have easily said, look, y'all aren't throwing the ball at tight ends, man. My knee, I got probably 2 more good years in college. I'm not sticking around the block for 2 more years, but he hunkered down. He trusted the vision. And what do we see from all these spring clips? Elijah Arroyo going crazy at tight end. Cam Ward's mentioning him every chance he gets.
Yep.
That young man, I think, is a key part to this offense. We missed the middle of the field last year. We just didn't have it. We had the short to intermediate with X, but that right over the linebacker and in between the safety in the middle of the field, we just had no real estate there last year.
Well, do you think
that's the guy?
But do you think it was because of the tight end room? Because Riley Williams was very capable. Do you think it was the inexperience in the room, or just Dawson didn't want to chance that?
I think he didn't want to chance with the inexperience. I was just saying, I was pounding the table for Riley.
Oh, like why?
I'm thinking, why not? Because he came in and his big thing is hands, routes, and understanding how to get open. I'll teach a young guy how to block later. I don't.
Yeah.
But what we need is 3 to 4 targets for you per game. So I was a little confused about that as well. We don't have that issue this year. Elijah Arroyo is a 3-down tight end, and then now we've got Riley, who we can play as a second tight end. I think now we can do so much with our tight ends. Honestly, tight end room in general is one I'm proud of, because Riley could have left. Riley was a highly touted tight end when he came here. I know it's not legal for the phone to ring, but I'm pretty sure
it will ring. It will ring.
Pretty sure it rang, right?
It will ring. Yes.
It's guys like that. It's Riley, the same extent, sticking with us, believing in Mario's vision. Again, Arroyo could have easily said, okay, with the injury with the setback to my knee, I'm not chancing this. You guys aren't throwing the ball at the tight end, but he stuck around. He believed, and we started to see him more involved in the spring. And I think he's going to have a big year for us. I really do.
Let me tell you what's amazing about X, because I already gave my soliloquy about him. But with X, can you imagine if he didn't get hurt? He wouldn't have got a chance to play with Cam Ward. And that's how life works, right? Like at that time, he probably was into the world because we were losing games, and everybody was like, then they were like, oh, because X isn't there, we're losing games.
All of a sudden, yeah. All of a sudden, now he's a massive part to the offense. Even though we've been telling people for a year and a half, he doesn't get all the targets because he's anyone's best friend. He gets all the targets because he's open. He's open.
So, but just me thinking, like, he's been through so much through the fans, the horrible fans that attacked him. But now, if he didn't get hurt, he would be done. And now he gets to play with Cam Ward. That's going to probably make him, if all goes right and nobody gets hurt, he'll probably be a 2nd or 3rd rounder now because of Cam Ward getting on the ball in the right spots. You know what I mean?
If anybody deserves the success, the perceived success we would have this year, let's say we win 10 games.
Yeah.
If anybody deserves to enjoy that success, it's Xavier Restrepo.
Oh, 100%.
Who's been 10 toes down in this entire regime. He could have transferred. He could have tried his luck in the league. We know X is a hardworking young man. No matter where he's drafted, he's making a roster and he's taking somebody's spot. We know that. We know he's going to bust his butt when he gets to the league. He could have said, you know what? I'm not mentoring, young man. I've done what I got to do. I don't think anybody on that team deserves the of winning 10 games more than Xavier Restrepo. And I think I almost want to do it for X. Like I almost want X to go out with a big bowl win, just so we can look at him and say, thank you, bro. Thank you for believing, risking your body, your mental for all these years. At least you got to see it pay off.
And let me last thing on X, and then we'll get to Forrest. He's so involved with the community, that young football camp he always throws. He's interactive with the kids. I mean, you can't get a better person than X to represent your school. And I hope he goes over 1,000 yards. I hope he gets drafted, because he's that dude where Miami Hurricanes fans are all on his side now. But I've been watching 2 years in the boards where they were just crapping on him. Put this guy in front of him. Put this guy in front of him. He can't perform. He's not a game breaker. And now he's one of the best receivers in the country. So there you go.
They say every time we sign a new recruit or we get a transfer, that it's X's replacement.
Yeah,
X
every time.
Laughs at that.
Yeah.
Gets better. gets better. He hasn't been handed these positions. He just gets better. They say he can't create separation. He starts to create separation. Well, he's not too dangerous after the catch. He does that. Well, he's not a vertical threat. He starts doing that. Every time we bring in someone that's supposed to replace him, he just ups his game a whole nother level. So yeah, I agree with that, man. I want to see, it's almost like that veteran in the league that you just hope can get away from his bad team and go somewhere and win a championship. It's a DeMarcus Ware thing where it's like, just want to see him win, man.
Right?
Just win.
Just win. Hey, Chalupa Batman, thank you so much for checking in, man. I really appreciate you, homie. And let's do this some more, man. I got your number now. I would love for you to pop on anytime, especially when the season starts. You know, what part of Texas you live in, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in Houston, Texas, over here where it's real hot. I know it's hot for y'all too, but it's 101 out here today.
Oh, so well, I'm in Las Vegas. It's 110. All right.
Oh, you got a different type of heat though. You know
what? Yes, the humidity is worse. I'm from Houston, Texas. I don't know if you know that, but I'm from the H, the 713.
So you know where I live. I'm in Clear Lake.
Oh, you with the rich folks out there.
Yeah.
Okay. You with the rich folks. I know Clear Lake. I know Clear Lake.
Yep. Hey, everyone in the comments, I live a humble life.
Yeah.
I drink regular Ozarka water. I live a humble life. I live a very humble life.
All right, we're gonna have you on more, man. We appreciate you. All right.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, take care. It's all about that you, baby. It's all about that you.